Why do you feel the need to prove yourself to others? What if you never had to do it again? For most people, the pressure to prove something to friends, colleagues, or even strangers is overwhelming. But what if you could live a life free from that burden? What if there was a way for you to stop chasing validation and instead simply be? Imagine walking into a room with the confidence that you don't owe anyone an explanation. No more proving your worth through actions, words, or possessions. Just pure, unshakable self-assurance. You see, when you constantly try to prove yourself, you're always looking outside of yourself for confirmation. That's when the trap begins. It's easy to fall into the belief that your value is dependent on others' approval. But let me tell you this, no one else's opinion defines you. Stop and think for a moment. How would your life change if you could truly let go of the need to prove yourself? The emotional weight would lift, the constant anxiety of being enough would vanish, and in its place you'd find a sense of freedom. But how exactly do we reach that point? It's time to stop letting others dictate your self-worth. You might be thinking, but how can I stop trying to prove myself? Isn't it part of success? You've been conditioned to believe that validation from others is necessary. Society tells you that to be successful, you need to seek approval and approval alone. But this mindset is toxic. It holds you back. It creates a cycle where your happiness and sense of worth are tied to external opinions. And that cycle only repeats itself over and over. What if you could break free from this cycle? Imagine living your life with confidence, knowing that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. No more worrying about how others perceive you or whether you're good enough. This is where true power lies. Now, let's dig deeper. Why do we feel the need to prove ourselves in the first place? Most people are driven by a fear of rejection, a fear of being judged, or a fear of being overlooked. The desire for validation comes from a place of insecurity. The more you chase this validation, the more trapped you become. Here's the hard truth. You can never win by constantly seeking approval from others. The more you give in to this need, the more powerless you feel. It's a never-ending chase that leaves you exhausted and unfulfilled. But imagine what would happen if you stopped seeking others' approval and started giving yourself permission to live on your own terms. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to measure your success based on how others see you. The moment you let go of the need to prove yourself, you'll realize that your true value comes from within. This is the moment when everything starts to change. Think about the last time you tried to prove yourself. What happened? Did it lead to the validation you were hoping for? Or did you feel even more drained, unappreciated, and unsure of yourself? When you give so much of your energy to seeking external approval, you're left feeling empty. It's exhausting to constantly chase that next yes, to constantly prove that you're good enough. But what if you could stop all of this and tap into something far more powerful than external validation? This is where the Stoic mindset comes in. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being grounded within ourselves, of finding our value internally rather than through the approval of others. It's about understanding that you are enough just as you are without needing to prove yourself. When you embrace this mindset, something amazing happens. Your power starts to come from within. You stop reacting to external triggers, and instead, you become the master of your own emotional state. No longer does the opinion of others dictate your worth. You are in control. Let's look at how this power manifests in everyday life. When you stop seeking validation, you stop giving away your personal power. Your focus shifts from what others think to what you know about yourself. This shift creates an unshakable foundation that allows you to navigate life's challenges with calmness and clarity. You might be wondering, how do I stop seeking validation? How do I change this mindset? The answer lies in a simple yet powerful shift. Acceptance. Accept who you are, flaws and all. Acknowledge your strengths and take pride in them. But most importantly, stop measuring your worth by the opinions of others. Once you let go of the need to prove yourself, you open the door to a life of inner peace and personal power. You'll find that the more you accept yourself, the more you attract what you truly deserve. People will notice the change in you, not because you're trying to prove something, but because you're simply being your authentic self. It's time to stop proving yourself. Instead, let your actions and your character speak for you. If you're ready to embrace the power of self-acceptance and stop seeking external validation, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. By doing so, you'll stay updated on more powerful insights that will help you unlock your true potential and live a life of unshakable confidence. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and be part of a community that is transforming from the inside out. As you continue to move through life, you'll find that those who truly succeed are not the ones who constantly prove themselves, but those who are secure enough in their own worth to be still. They do not need to defend or explain themselves because they know that their actions speak louder than words ever could. This is the true power of silence, the ability to remain unfazed, to not react to provocations, and to simply move through life with purpose and focus. In a world that thrives on attention, many people are constantly seeking approval, recognition, and validation. It's almost as if there's a societal pressure to constantly demonstrate our worth to others, whether it's through achievements, social media posts, or even just trying to fit into a certain mold. However, this constant chase for external validation only drains your energy, leaving you feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. When you stop seeking validation, You are no longer dependent on the approval of others. This doesn't mean that you reject or disregard people. It simply means you stop letting their opinions control your emotions. You begin to live life on your own terms, making decisions based on what feels right to you rather than what others expect from you. This shift in mindset allows you to gain control over your own life and your emotions. Imagine how freeing it would feel to wake up every day knowing that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You no longer feel the need to seek approval for your decisions, actions, or beliefs. You simply move through the world with a sense of purpose, trusting that your worth is inherent, not contingent on the opinions of others. This mindset is incredibly liberating and empowering. One of the most powerful aspects of embracing this mindset is that it allows you to become more resilient. Life's challenges no longer have the same emotional grip on you. Whether it's criticism, setbacks, or rejection, you've learned to accept these as part of the process without letting them define your sense of self. You are no longer emotionally swayed by external forces. As you continue on this path of self-assurance and independence, you'll notice that the world begins to react to you differently. People will respect your inner strength, and your presence will command attention, not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you're so secure in who you are. This is the true power of not needing to prove yourself to anyone. It's the power to live authentically, to make decisions without fear of judgment, and to achieve success on your own terms. Remember, the most successful people are not the ones who constantly seek approval. They are the ones who know their value and stand firm in it. As you adopt this mindset, you will begin to attract opportunities, people, and experiences that align with your true self, and you will become unstoppable. When you start living for yourself, you'll realize how much freedom you gain. The constant pressure of seeking approval fades, and you stop relying on external validation. Instead, you begin to trust yourself and your own decisions. The truth is, you are the only person whose opinion of yourself truly matters. Others may come and go, but you will always be there for yourself. By letting go of the need for approval, you will begin to see life in a whole new light. You won't be swayed by every comment or judgment. Instead, you'll focus on what really matters to you, what aligns with your values and goals. This shift in focus allows you to become the best version of yourself. This is how you stop chasing approval. It's not about rejecting others or becoming isolated, but about recognizing that your value is not dependent on someone else's view of you. Your worth is intrinsic, and once you realize this, nothing can shake you. The key to becoming truly unshakable lies in your ability to trust yourself completely. As you embrace this mindset, you will notice that the world begins to respect you differently. People will start to value your authenticity, and the right opportunities will come your way. The people who appreciate you for who you are will naturally be drawn to you. This is the freedom that comes with knowing you don't need to prove yourself to anyone anymore. What would your life look like if you stopped seeking validation? Imagine no longer needing anyone's approval to feel good about yourself. This is the ultimate freedom, living a life where your worth is not dictated by others. Instead, you define it for yourself. It may sound challenging at first, but the reality is that most people are simply living to please others, seeking approval, and waiting for external validation. They don't realize that this constant chase drains their energy and leaves them feeling unsatisfied. Once you embrace the power of self-validation, you will start to take control of your life. You'll begin making decisions based on your own values and beliefs, rather than what others expect from you. This shift will make you feel unstoppable. You'll feel empowered and liberated from the pressures of seeking approval. But here's a crucial question to ask yourself. How would your life change if you stopped living for others' opinions? What could you achieve if you no longer needed the approval of others to move forward? If you want to stop seeking approval from others and begin living authentically, subscribe to our channel now and hit the notification bell. By subscribing, you'll be joining a community of individuals who are learning to embrace their true selves and break free from the need for validation. Don't miss out on the next video, where we'll dive deeper into how you can take this mindset and transform your life. Stay tuned because your journey towards self-empowerment starts now.